Hello. So I just want to do a very brief video. Firstly, to thank everyone who's offered, commiserations and comments and sound advice following the Zoomer's recent MOT failure. Thanks very much for everyone who's taken the time to get in touch, whether it's through YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Your advice and help is hugely appreciated, and your best wishes are too, so thanks very much for that. So I just wanted to do a quick update on where we are now, as we're almost a week since the MOT. Now, for those of you who watched my previous videos, you'll know that the bike failed, and it failed mainly, well, it failed on two things, but one is a relatively easy fix. It failed on, the main thing it failed on was excessive play in the back wheel. The back wheel was basically wobbling far too much, and that failed it. Now, the garage, the dealership, Honda dealership, quoted me £1,000 to repair that. £400 for parts, £600 for labour. Now, I don't know what situation you lot are in, but frankly, with jobs the way they are at the moment, hanging by a thread, many of them, and nobody really know what the next few months are going to bring, I'm not about to spend £1,000 fixing a bike that is basically a hobby. I mean, I ride around town with it, but do I need to ride around town with it? No, I do it because it's a hobby and I enjoy it. So the other option, there were two options. One was to sell it on, which I didn't want to do because I really like it and I want to hang on to it. And the other, of course, is to get my hands dirty and have a go myself. And that is, being a persistent type like I am, that was the one I was going to go for. So I just wanted to, I've had a chance to come back home now and have a look over, what they said on the MOT fail, and to work out what parts I'm going to need to replace and exactly what seems to be causing the problem, or what the dealership is saying is causing the problem. So I just want to show you here. So basically this gear here is for the back wheel. Now this is the one that apparently this end bit here is excessively worn away. Now what that means is when it sits in this little hole here on the back of the gearbox area, this hole here apparently is worn as well. So the whole thing's moving, and that's what's causing the back wheel to move. So basically that, the little bit that sticks out, which you can't actually see on that illustration, that goes into there, and the whole thing is worn completely and is moving, and that's what is causing it. It's basically metal on metal, and it's just worn away. So that's what the garage is saying. That's a picture of the back plate, which I pinched off the internet. So it'll be this hole here that is worn away, and that's the one that gear goes into. So what we're going to do about it? Well, what we're going to do about it is basically we're going to strip off the crankshaft cover, and we're going to replace the back of that, the whole back of that, hopefully, and we're going to obviously put a new gear in. What I've also done is ordered up bearings and oil seals for everything else surrounding the wheel and the gears, so I'm going to renew all that. Hopefully the other parts of the gear are okay, but they should be. There's no other issues, and there's no issues with the engine crank or anything like that. So that's the plan. How I'm going to do this? I was actually going to attempt to get the bike into my flat, but that's not really practical because we're a lift of it, and it would take about 4 people to lift it up several flights of stairs. So we're not doing that. So I'm going to do it as best I can in the bike area I've got, and even if it's a sunny day, I can do it outside. That's fine. I've ordered up bearings and things. Some of them are having to go in special order because they're obviously parts specifically for the Zuma. So when they're going to arrive, I'm not entirely sure. Lee at Ruckstyle UK has kindly going to have a rake through his parts and see if he has a gear shaft and a back of a crankcase that I can use, which is great. If he has, fantastic. If he hasn't, well, I'm going to have to buy new. And probably, if I was buying new, the quote from the garage of £400 for parts is probably about right. I mean, I might have to get them a little bit cheaper, but overall, that's probably right. The bit I have the issue with is the £600 labour. I'm not sure. I just don't know if it's going to take a trained mechanic that length of time. But anyway, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not a dealer, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I've never had a problem in the past, so I don't see why now. So that's it. This is the plan going forward. We're going to start stripping the bike out. Now, as with everything, I'm going to have to take the variator off, the clutch off, I'm going to have to take the exhaust off, I'm going to have to take the back wheel off, I'm going to have to take off one of the supporting rods that holds the engine on, and I'm going to have to drop the engine very slightly so I can get the crankshaft back off. So that's what we're going to do over the next few days, weeks, depending on how quickly these parts arrive. Obviously, I'll film everything so you can see what I'm doing. You can see the cock-ups, you can see the successes, you can hear the swearing, you can, you can see it all. I've never done anything like this before. As I always say about my videos, these are the videos of an amateur having a go. So this is what we're going to have a go at. So we will be doing that over the next week or two, and I'll keep you posted on what's happening. As always, if you follow me on Instagram, I tend to put pictures and things up there, which maybe more than I do on the videos, but that's entirely up to you. Scottish Zoomer on Instagram if you want to do that. The other thing it failed on was embarrassing, really, because it failed on the light bulbs in the headlights and the rear brake light, which is amateur stuff, and I really should have picked up that. I mean, obviously I put the lights on, switched the bike on, and as far as I could see, the lights were okay, but they weren't. The bulbs on the front are obviously faulty. They were throwing out scattered light apparently in the headlights. It wasn't the way it should be, and the back light is not working as it should either. So that was probably my fault for buying cheap LED lights over a year ago. They did pass the last MOT, so they obviously worked for a while, but they're packing in now. So what I've done is I've gone back to that, and I've bought Osram bulbs, really good Osram front headlight bulbs, and also a back LED bulb, brand name, good make, shouldn't be a problem. So that's an easy fix. So hopefully that's an easy fix. So the gears are the main thing. And once we get all that done and I'm happy with it, then we'll try putting it back through the MOT again, and hopefully we get a better result this time, and I'm back on the road. So don't think of anything else to say. That's it at the moment. Again, thanks to everybody for your help and advice. It's been much appreciated. I've even had people take me little videos to show me things, and that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, you genuinely couldn't do it without the help and support of the Zoomer community. So thanks a lot for everyone. So that's it. I'll keep you posted. Best of luck to everybody. Hope you're all keeping safe and well and riding safe. I'm back on the bus from Monday, but hey ho, not for too long. Thanks guys. Cheers now.